Hey, so I hope you're all well. I'm doing what I do. If you hear a horsey in the background, don't worry. It's my guardian horse friend. He's not mine, but I get to love him. Anyway, I found a few Netflix things that I actually liked. I was looking. I'm really disappointed in comedy. It's gone really downhill. Before I start, I was on Netflix looking for something, comical. After finding all these stupid, I was really unimpressed. Comedians, I found a gentleman who I thought, I've seen him before, he's funny. He appeals to the southerner in me. And then he was making jokes about food that's just seems like animal cruelty, animal suffering, pedophilia, all these things or cannibalism. I even joke on the cannibalism. That stuff doesn't really bother me that much, no offense. They may save a chicken. I don't know. Really, honestly, though, they go for, like, young meat, you know what I'm saying? So, they're not out here taking out people who abuse, you know what I mean, the innocence of life. Anyway, so yeah, that kind of sucked. I was thinking, wouldn't it be really cool if, like, each of the nations had a little TV, like, a station where they could share their cultures, without anybody prying in it, you know what I mean? So you could really see them, their cultures, comedy and art, etc., music. Anyway, I watched Waco because Waco was recommended to me, and, the guy's like, oh, it reveals a lot of truth, you gotta watch it, you'll be so ticked off. Okay, I'll watch it because, it was recommended to me, and I heard good things about it. They kind of downplay that he did have sexual relations with a minor. I don't know how many, at least one. And watch it if you have time. But why are they putting out all these movies, these pieces of entertainment all of a sudden when they're disbanding police departments and stuff? What I'm saying is, it reminds me of when the school shootings were going up and they were putting up fences. It's like kind of a red flag, like, I already know not to trust the media, but, and people say they know not to trust the media, but they won't trust them on certain things and they'll trust them on other things, and it's kind of weird to me. It's like, a liar is a liar, right? And the times they're telling you the truth a lot of time, it's just to mock you or some twisted thing going on in their head. Not all of the people in companies that are influenced are bad, and I know that, but, like, there are enough of them that people are suffering. Companies aren't being used to do what, the reason for them being there. They're not fulfilling their purpose. They're like a fig tree that isn't bearing fruit. Anyway, so yeah, that was something I noticed. And in it, there are things that will make you mad, the things they did using the CS gas, which is banned by the Geneva Convention. And there were women and children in there, so it was based off the negotiation book, the Negotiator's book, from the Ordeal. And yeah, like I said, why is now the time the police officers are gonna, they've been getting away with stuff for so long, right? Right? And now all of a sudden, okay, the story doesn't really make sense unless there's more to it, you know. Trial by media, I was looking at things that were actually popular amongst people. I was kind of glad in a way that people are looking at that one, but at the same time, I mean, look at the title. The media had to come out and tell people, or not the media, Trump, somebody of recognition had to tell the people, look, don't trust them, before they knew maybe they're not so on it, like, or before they started acting like it, quite frankly, or saying it, or treating other people like they weren't crazy for believing that, you know. So they have different episodes, and I only watched the first one. It seemed very mainstream. And I think the reason a lot of people get annoyed with some people who perceive themselves as woke, it's like a journey. We're on a path up the mountain, and the perspective is different as you move along. I'm not that woke to people up here, and I do understand getting frustrated at the people below when they argue with you and stupid stuff. You just don't. I want to go up. Look, if you want to stay down, you know what I mean? So I understand, but, anyway, I hope people can treat each other well. I know there are a lot of trolls. It's pretty crazy when you think about it, like, we are literally paying to be antagonized. What is that? What is that? Or, you know, we're funding people who do that. With allies like that, who needs enemies? Yeah, and there was the Jenny Jones show killer. I was like a kid when that happened. And, the vigilante killer, like, they have their propaganda. You can kind of see they're biased in it if you watch each of them. So I would watch, like, the first part of them. And, I Am a Killer was another one. That seemed very propaganda-filled as well. I like to see the people telling their story, but I think a lot of times they will compromise their story in order to be heard. So I only watched the first one on that. And I'm going to stop for now. But, just a little recap of the Truman Show. You know those little movie clips? You can find them on YouTube. In clip 1, the light falls. It has Sirius 9 Canis on it. It falls from the sky. Clip 2, the rain follows Truman. He's starting to notice something's off. 3, obstacles restricting his location. 4, wife tries to convince him. And the reason I'm calling these out is look at the different things that were done to keep him unaware. And look at the signs that you might not perceive as signs. Really think. Give yourself time to think. Because I get frustrated with y'all people sometimes. But y'all really are smarter than you give yourselves credit for. You just don't have time to think, I think, some of you. I think, you think, we all think. Anyway, yeah, so to pull him back into the illusion, they use strong emotions and belief. They even have the dad reintroduced. Clip 7, he knows what's going on, but he has fun with it. 8, creator shows the command, basically the awe show. In 9, when the fear doesn't keep him, he tries to use emotion to tempt him to stay. and he walks away. He has the strength to walk away. Anyway, you take care, peeps, and yes, I did just call you a peep. If you don't believe me, you can reverse it. I'll probably be doing something later, but we'll see.